Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fantasy Outsiders. It's your boy, Forchunit, King of Fantasy. Holla at me, coming out live. Who else we got with us? We got Lasell. What's up, my man? What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Boy, we throw that word king around.
I ain't mad at it, man.
I'm losing the meaning.
Listen,
We're losing the meaning to king. Everybody can't be.
Nah. See, it's a very, very serious theory of mine that the mentality is what makes you a king. It's not necessarily the results. It's your mentality, man.
I got you. You're going to fake it till you make it. You're going to keep saying you fantasy king, and then one day you... I feel it, bro.
No. It's a back and forth. I've been there before, and I'm going to make my way back. That's all I'm saying. You know
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. So welcome to the show, everybody. Once again, Fantasy Outsiders, you can check us out. Please, if you're here, that means you found us. You found us somewhere on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iTunes. Check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, /52s and Smoke, or Instagram at 52s and Smoke. Get at us, Fantasy Outsiders, for all your fantasy needs, entertainment, commentary, and tips. So this week, week 7. I know I said that last week. It was not week 7. It was week 6. I apologize. Week 7 is here now. Another thing I do need to apologize for. If you listen to our week 6 episode, we had some technical difficulties. We apologize. That will not happen again. But hey, players fuck up too. So we back, full effect, crystal clear. Holla at us. It's going to be a great episode. What else going on? Also, hey, let's do some shout outs, man. We got a whole bunch of more listeners. People are tuning in on a weekly basis. Lasell, you got some new shout outs you want to throw out to some people who checking us out?
Yeah, I got one. I got one for my man Daryl out in Detroit right now, listening to us, holding us down. And then Mike down in Atlanta. So, okay. Man, y'all keep listening.
Okay.
Y'all hit us up, we shout you out. That's how it works.
Exactly. I got also got a shout out for, who's that? Yeah, Miss Hollywood out in Gwinnett, Georgia. Appreciate the listen. Hopefully we helping you make a splash in your work fantasy league or whatever. Keep listening and try to get you a victory out here. But yeah, man, crazy week. Every week is crazy. Every week is something different that you're not expecting. I guess that's the beauty of football. They say any given Sunday, a lot of things is happening you're not expecting. And then there's a lot of things that you're starting to get used to. You feel me? One of those things, probably Patrick Mahomes. We'll get into that later. Crazy fantasy week. How did your fantasy week go, Lasell?
Yo, I can't complain, man. So my week actually, I won all across the board. It was W's all across the board, bro. It was
okay.
Yeah, it was. So my money league, I actually, it was a bit of a nail biter there for a second. But I currently got Odell playing tonight and Tevin Coleman. So right now I'm up 81 to 69. You
got Odell and Tevin Coleman playing tonight, because that's right, ladies and gentlemen. On our new episodes, we are dropping on Tuesdays, recording on Monday nights. So yeah, we watching the game and talking. So you got Odell out there. I think he just did a couple of things. He got some catches. He doing all right. You know, he doing pretty good.
He broke 100. He broke 100 and the fastest receiver, I think the second fastest receiver to get to 5,000 yards.
Word.
I think 54 games tonight. So part of history and shit tonight. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I like our new night. We get to talk football, watch football.
I know. Ain't nothing better. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Odell for doing his thing. I guess he's gonna be somebody, regardless if they winning or not. If y'all not paying attention to Odell, I think he lost a step, or all his shenanigans make him less. You're bugging. Play that guy.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm probably bugging then, because it's hard on Odell this year, because
is this not his first 100? Is his first 100-yard game?
Nah, I don't think it is. It might be his second. But the thing is, if you got Odell, odds are you got him first round. So I didn't pick him though. So I entered my draft late, and then I ended up auto drafting him. So when I came in, I seen that I had already had Odell. I don't think Odell would have been a first round pick for me. You know, I go running backs first round.
Right.
So I mean, but you got to start him. You know what I mean? If you pick
Truly.
him first round, you got to stick with it. So I'm glad I did. He came through in the clutch for me tonight, though.
Right. I'm not gonna. I might not have picked that guy up as well with a first round draft or something like that, unless I was backed into a corner. And if you 12th pick and you ain't got nobody else, Odell's still there, grab him. But I wouldn't have picked him up first, of course.
Nah.
But he's one of those guys. If you got him on your team, most of the time, 99% of the time, you got to play him because you just never know. He's explosive, he's fast, he's athletic, all of that. But speaking of Odell, and tonight them playing the Falcons, right across the way is Julio Jones. Julio is having a year. He's having a year. Haven't seen the end zone yet, but still having a year with catches and yards, and I guess that's a testament to how good he is. But it's also a testament to the coaching dysfunction of what I think is a dysfunction in Atlanta. Not a major dysfunction. They're working different ways and moving the ball in a lot of different ways because they got so many weapons. I just think if you have a player of that caliber, you should have been able to draw up something to get him in the end zone when you 30 yards, 20 yards out. And it never happens, or it hasn't happened yet. Even when you want a 5, where's the fade? Where's any of this stuff? So I don't know. I got some questions about the coaching out there, and just the.
But you got to think too though. So when you down in the red zone, I understand they got Mohamed Sanu and Calvin Ridley is having a phenomenal first year, but that's still Julio in the red zone, so he's getting double teamed.
He is.
I mean, off top.
See, I understand that. And all great players will get double teamed. But you know who getting double teamed and still getting off? DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, what they're doing is when you know he's going to get double teamed, you throwing him a fade or you doing something where the ball is coming out quick before that double team can get on him. He can make a move on the ball, attack it, and score. And he's doing that every game.
I would agree with that.
Okay, so I feel like they should be giving Julio those same type of routes in those positions and at least give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's gonna get a touchdown tonight. He may not. I think they should try. So I'm just saying, coaching is leaving out a small percentage of plays that would take advantage of his size in those situations where he should be scoring a touchdown. That's the only criticism I have of their offense. Of course, their offensive line maybe a little bit. We'll get into Atlanta later. But, yeah, man, watching football, talking football. So let's get into it. There's a lot of stuff happening this week. So far, just yesterday, or was it this morning, Amari Cooper, I guess, is the big talk. Amari Cooper is the big talk. There was a trade between the Raiders, Coach Gruden, making hundreds of $1 million.
Yo, Gruden out there fucking up, bro.
This dude was like, "Oh, for real? $100 million? Okay."
Bro, I'm starting to really think Gruden's a fucking spy.
Something else is up, bro.
He's in there to just fuck up Oakland from the inside, nigga. Like,
I don't know why.
Gruden's cancer, nigga.
Something is wrong, man. And you know what? I never really you never have the chance. Where you hear the commentators talking shit on the sidelines or in the booth on their little TV shows, and then like they talking all the shit of what they would have did, what they should did, what they think about these players, and you never get the opportunity to see them actually go back and do all of this shit they talking and get criticized. Right now, niggas are criticizing Gruden heavily because you are fucking up. In my mind, you're fucking up real bad. You traded away the best defensive player of the year. You're trading away Amari Cooper. Why? For what? First round pick? You probably would have had a mid round pick given the trajectory of the Raiders right now. So I don't think it was necessary to give away your best player, even though he wasn't doing well. There was more coaching that could have been done in my mind, as opposed to trading him away.
Yeah, I agree, man. And Jordy Nelson is not a number one receiver no more, bro. Those days are gone. So I think he was a lot of the catches and the yards that he was racking up, which he had a couple games where he was getting off, but it was because Amari Cooper was demanding that best DB coverage.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what Gruden out there doing, dog.
I don't know, but he making it interesting for everybody. I tell you that he making it interesting. Whatever his motives are, I don't know, but he's making it fucking interesting. So,
do he know what his motives are?
Right. The question now becomes: Amari Cooper going to Dallas, out there with Dak, Zeke. What is Amari Cooper's value? What's his ceiling going to be? What's his floor going to be? What kind of value is he going to have? If you have Amari Cooper, you were slapping yourself in the face for the last couple of weeks. And now you're like, I was about to trade him. I might have dropped him. I don't know what I was about to do. Now, does that change?
I think it changed. Actually, I don't. I think that if you've been slapping your face because of the production of Amari Cooper the past few weeks, you're going to continue to slap the shit out of your face. Probably for the rest of the season, because Dak is just not producing this year.
He's not.
He's not, man. I mean, because Allen Hurns is a prime example. That man was he
was decent in Jacksonville.
I'm even go beyond. I think he was a big name down in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. He was. And then when Allen Hurns went down, he stepped up as their number one receiver and he produced.
Yeah, when Robinson went down, Hurns came up and was doing well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And dude, I don't understand, man. And I think that Amari Cooper is gonna be pretty much the same situation. I think he's gonna have a couple big plays because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is Amari Cooper. But I don't think that. I think he's gonna need to get out of Dallas.
Right. Well, you know what? I have a slightly different. I can understand where you're coming from, and there's a large possibility it goes that way. In my mind, though, Dallas is a sneaky, decent offense. As much as I talk shit about these motherfuckers, as much as I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, they did beat Detroit. So they have a...
All right.
No,
all right.
I'm sorry.
Verbally?
Throwback.
Okay.
My bad. Right. Throwback. Whatever. I had to. But
that was weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was weeks ago, Charlie Murphy.
Is it? I think they have a little bit of a sneaky offense. Even though I don't think that highly of Dak Prescott. Obviously, the wide receivers aren't getting open like they should. Cole Beasley isn't who he's supposed to be, like Edelman 2.0, which never is going to happen. But still, he was supposed to be that type of player. Bringing in Allen Hurns, who should be doing big things. Having Ezekiel Elliott, always having that front line that's supposed to do well. They have a lot of the pieces that could make them work. Dak Prescott still, I guess, finding himself or understanding his limitations may have a part to play in why they're not as good as they are. But when you add somebody like an Amari Cooper, who, even though he's not producing now, he's someone that defenses have to pay attention to differently because he can take the top off. He can open up defenses. So I don't think immediately he's going to have that effect. I think the rest of the team is going to benefit first, and then down the line, after they adjust to, okay, we want to stop Amari Cooper because he's big, but now they're getting off everywhere else. They're going to pull from him, and he'll be open more, and Dak can try to get some time to get it to him, and his value may pick up. So I understand how you want to be worried about him. I would be too, especially the next 2 weeks. But after that, I think he's going to settle in, and defenses can't just single in on him because they'll just leave a lot of other things open. Allen Hurns will probably benefit from this. If you got Allen Hurns, watch the next 2 weeks closely. He might start becoming a flex option and stuff like that. I think it's a good move for Dallas. I think Dallas, of course, wins this hands down as far as the trade battle, and Allen Hurns is gonna win off of this. Cole Beasley wins off of this a little bit if the pressure comes off of Dak because Amari Cooper's out there. They can do something. They can start finding some value in those Dallas receivers, especially Zeke. I mean, you still got Zeke.
I mean, and that's probably the best thing. Like, so if I had Amari Cooper, I recommend trading him. I would shop him around and see what you can actually get for him, because you might have a Cowboy fan in your league that's gonna believe that he's gonna go down to Dallas and do just crazy numbers. And if that's the case, That's just go ahead and take advantage, man. Get your trade hustle on. I would definitely ship him off